Brr, brr, brr. Today I thought we'd mess around a little bit and build us a Redline Club paddy wagon. So this is an original. If you've been a subscriber to the channel for a long time, you would know that I replace these wheels all the time on these paddy wagons. And everyone always asks me, where does he get these Redline wheels? About 2 years ago, I came across a good deal on a classified ad, and I bought about 40 or so of these 25th anniversary. I picked these up for, I think it worked out to about $3 a car. My plan was to flip them, honestly. I bought this big box of them for $3 a car, and I was thinking, hell yeah, I could double up on this. And we did a bunch of work and put them on eBay and made little lots and everything, and nobody was interested in them. So eventually what happened is I started parting out a couple of them, and fixing paddy wagons was one way I used to use these other 25th anniversary cars. Basically what I'm trying to get at here is I end up with a lot of spare paddy wagon parts. So check this out. I have a lot of these, and I have spare motors and spare glass. What's a Redline Club paddy wagon look like? Well, I don't know. They made a few of them. As an example here, I got my phone. That's an example of one. I saw another one on here. I'm not sure where it is, but it used these exact wheels, which I have. So I can use these. And then we'll do a fancy paint job on this. We'll paint this little roof to match. We want it to look good. We'll use the new wheels. What are we missing? I have a windshield around here somewhere. This is what I've been putting on all those vans I've been making when I've been making Redline vans. These are the wheels I've been using. So every paddy wagon I've seen come in looks like this one. Right? The top is just obliterated. The windshield's gone, top is gone. Could you imagine the crunch and what it would feel like to step on one of these bad boys in the middle of the night? Ooh, I couldn't imagine. Okie dokie. First things first, I guess. We might as well strip this paint. Am I right? We'll just do that quickly. It should be an easy one. These are the two posts that hold the car together, so I got to drill both of these. So maybe I'll do that while our body is chilling. Is that making anybody nervous? That should be more than enough. Hopefully. The worst is when you don't drill deep enough and you go to put your car together and you're just one thread from it getting tight. So I usually try to go deeper than I need to go in most situations anyways. Let's see if this body is ready. I'm gonna say this body's ready. And this little thing is about to shoot my car. We'll just hold on to it until my fingers start burning, and then I'll let go. Before I decided to make a Redline Club car, I was kind of messing around with the thought of doing a custom. This is a 25th anniversary Red Baron inline 6, and I was like, hell yeah, let's put that in our paddy wagon. It would probably go with just a little bit of modification. And then I was thinking, well, we'll put the paddy wagon motor in a 25th anniversary Red Baron body, and that we could probably get away with. Bloop, 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 bloop. So yeah, these 25th anniversary cars are really handy. This is my last of the Red Barons. So the helmets you could even use on originals if you had to. I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to, but if you had to, you could. I can see file marks from where they clean that up in the factory. Someone must do that by hand all day long. Just next, next. So I want to make something kind of like this. Ours will be a little bit different, obviously. He's got a clear windshield. We can't have that. We have the same wheels. And this is kind of a Spectraflame. I don't know if I want to Spectraflame this thing. I want to experiment more with some more of these candies. So maybe we'll lay down the same sealer that silver sealer that I put on this car and below this orange, and then maybe we could shoot some of this ultraviolet over top of that, and we'll end up with something kind of like this, and I think that'd be real pimp. So we'll do the top two. Color matched, color matched. This is gonna be cool. Let's go to the spray booth. I got the body in the oven. I just wanted to have another look here at how this top is decorated. We're basically building this same car, except this plastic top is a little bit different. Ours doesn't have this fancy edge. I'm going to try to do this lettering. Hopefully it looks as bad as theirs. I can't expect it to go nice because it's not a very crisp line, so I don't know, we might be repainting. Maybe I'll try my new paint pens out. These are really cool. I got these off Amazon. They're pretty cheap. I think there's about 16 of them. These are my primary colors I use for doing cars, and then I have a whole cup of other fancy colors. It's pretty gold, man. Maybe we'll try this out. I like paint markers because I can just squirt a little bit in my cup there and then use a brush. And I don't have all these jars all over the place. Or maybe it's not that bad. Hold your breath. These paint pens are oil based. They're not your typical acrylic pens. They're made for painting rocks. It doesn't look terrible. Let me get a closer look at it and see if I can't clean that up a little bit. I'm going to see if I can mix up a little bit of this candy blue and maybe touch up around those letters. It's really tough because anywhere I put on this candy, it's going to darken instantly, and luckily this is a pretty dark candy and it's lighter around those letters as it is, but I think like especially that L, I mean that got a little bit thick in the middle, if you know what I mean, Vern. So I'd like to try to dab a little something in there, maybe on that little bit on that 3. This kind of stuff real bothers me. So surprisingly though, theirs doesn't look a hell of a lot better. It's a little bit better just because they got a machine, but I like doing these kind of chill videos sometimes, you know. You just kind of hang out and work on something. It's not bad, it's not bad. I think it's missing something though. Need to jazz this up a little bit more, just for a little color. I think I'm going to just go with the edge of my marker. One nice motion. One clean pass. There we go. Decent, and I'm going to do the bottom one too. Whoops, almost hit my finger. That would have been bad. Hey man, that don't look too bad now. We're getting somewhere. I think we're going to call that good. I think that's looking fancy. It's going to look real good with our body. It's quite a bit different than the boring old original. This looks like Redline Club car material to me. So let's see, our body. So I'm going to go give this a little bit of clear coat. Maybe my little stand might be useful for this one. It's one in a row for you, little stand. If you guys want to leave me a comment on any other Redline club cars that you guys saw, and you guys want me to try to make, you let me know. I really like doing these kind of videos. It's one of my favorite types of videos. I like messing around. And we'll do this radiator cap as well. Boop. Beautiful. So I'm going to leave that how it is, and yeah, I'll let that dry. I wonder how much that intake manifold weighs, having dual carb setup like that. It's got to be a big boy. Alright, so I'm going to clean up my mess here, check in on the body, and if it's ready to go, we'll do an assembly, and that'll be exciting. Okay. Alright, I got all our pieces from the paint oven here. Here's our body. Pew, 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 pew. Compared to the old style. It's going to have a lot more pizzazz once this thing's in the light. The little top is looking great. She's all clear coated. And our engine, I was kind of sitting here having a coffee thinking, you know what, we need a little bit more flash on this engine. So I color matched our intakes to kind of go with the theme. So I'm thinking everything's going to look real sweet once it's all together. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little assembly here, and then we'll roll this thing out and we'll see how she looks. Look at that little beauty. I think she's looking pretty sharp. What do you guys think? That blue is amazing. It's real nice. Let's get it up on the rotisserie. So there you go, guys. There's my version of Redline Club Car Paddy Wagon. What do you think? I think it looks great. I should do more because we have extra bodies. Got many extra bodies, so we could have red ones, green ones, blue ones. Hell yeah. Painted top looks so much better than a plastic top any day of the week. I really like doing these kind of projects, so hopefully we get some good suggestions in the comments and we could do some more. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Hope you guys have a great week. Take care. Bye now. Welcome back to Diecast Resurrection. A lot of you guys will recognize this. This is an original Hot Wheels Redline Paddy Wagon, which was released in the early 70s. This one here is a 1997 reproduction of a paddy wagon. Last time I worked on one of these bad boys, you guys expressed how much you would like to see a fire truck version. So today we're going to do a C-Cab Hot Wheels fire truck. Should be pretty sweet. I thought it might be useful to grab some parts off of these Reader's Digest cars. You guys have probably seen these. So a lot of these cars are from the right era, so I wasn't sure how I wanted to finish the front of our paddy wagon here. If I wanted to have an exposed motor, or if I wanted to have a hood. I also thought it might be cool to incorporate some of these little brass hardware items, like maybe some of these little lanterns. So I'm going to just park all those there. Other engine options I have. We got ourselves a big block here. Click, 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 click. I was thinking maybe using this bad boy. Needs a little tweaking, but she'll fit right in there. Another option I considered. These are all from cars. I don't remember where they're from, because, you know, sometimes engines like this come out of fantasy cars, and I just put them in my bin, and then I even forget I have these things. So I was kind of digging through yesterday looking for cool engines, and this is one of them I found. So that one sits in there pretty ridiculous. Might be a little bit too big. So we'll probably end up going with this one. More than likely, that'll be what we use, and then if we got this thing painted up, yeah man, it could be a pretty cool car. So I'm going to start working on our little top here, and the first thing I wanted to do was we were going to block the axis to the back here with a piece of styrene. So get that in there first of all. You know, that's probably going to fit right there, Vern. Well, it should work out just fine and dandy. What size back window do we feel like today? Probably something like that. A number 17 would probably do it. I'm not sure what's going to work best for styrene. We'll start out with one of these little diamond burr bits and see if we can't complete our oval with this. If this doesn't work, then maybe we'll move up to an engraving bit. Alright, let's give this a shot here. Yeah, that worked fine. Check it out, check it out. That worked out pretty good. We got ourselves a nice little oval window in the back. Filled up just perfectly, nicely and flushed. So I'm going to remove all these police details and this porthole with the bars on it. I got the majority of the letters removed. You can see there's still a little bit of high spots there, so I'm just going to keep on sanding that down. And we'll get her as flush as we can, but we don't have to be too crazy. We're going to be doing a little bit of gold leaf lettering today, nothing crazy. I just wanted to try some more bold letters. Get the whole thing Scotch-Brighted, ready to go for paint. So to make sure the back of this thing's looking nice and flush, I think we're going to get rid of these steps. And we're going to just fill that space. So I filled up the back of our paddy wagon with a little bit of styrene, similar fashion to what we did with the old roof here. I think we'll throw a little bit of putty on there, a little bit of sanding, and we should be good to go. It's going to look real good. More than likely I'm going to have to do this twice, so I'll let this first little bit dry. I'll probably even go put it in the paint oven, speed cure, and we'll come back, do a little bit of sanding. So I've been toying with the idea of putting this big block in here. And I was also thinking that we're going to steal this brass radiator for our project here. It's pretty darn close to what they had on the original paddy wagons, but it's brass, so it's going to look a little bit cooler. Liberate this. I'm thinking this big boy, rad in front of it. Click, 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 click. Hell yeah. This is going to be my second time trying this out. The first time, I don't think I made my stencil large enough for the gold leafing. As you can see, I had to sand out what we did last time. I've redone our stencil, and I made all of our letters super bold. And I also modified the decal to try to cover more. So hopefully this works out better. It looks like it's going to be a lot better. Guess we'll just give this a shot and see how it goes. Beautiful, man. That should work out a lot better. Alright, I gotta give this a good 20 minutes to dry. Once that little white edge is gone on the lettering, it should be good to go. So I don't know if it's going to take 20 minutes. I don't have a whole bunch of glue on there. So we'll just give it a few minutes at least anyways. And we'll come back. Maybe I'll prepare the leafing. In the meantime, I'll get a little square cut out. See how staticky this stuff is? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I touched the glue. Uh-oh. That definitely did not go as smooth as planned. I was going to put one square on there. When we were working on the Dukes of Hazzard sheriff car, they should have went in there and really pressed all that leafing through and really made sure that it made contact with glue. You can see how geographical that is now. I'm going to try peel, okay? I'm going to just see how it goes. Oh, baby Jesus. Might not be that bad. It doesn't look very legible. The stencil itself wasn't very legible. Well, it's not too bad considering the scale we're working on. Sweet. I think I'm pretty happy with that. That side's a little bit rougher than the first side we did, but hopefully it turns out just as good. A little bit more micro set. This is the good stuff. You can see there's a couple little pieces there that just got pulled off. A little bit tricky. I don't know. I'm going to have to keep working on some different systems here. See if I can't get this. I'm going to get the real stuff and see if it goes on a little bit easier. So I'm going to go head back to the spray booth. I'm going to get this clear coated and we'll get the top clear coated and we'll come back and we'll be able to build this thing. It's going to be sweet. I'm just starting the assembly. Got our motor mounted. Trying to get that radiator mounted nice and straight. It's kind of tricky. Hell yeah, man, that's gonna be sweet. I like it. I've got our top clicked into our little bench seat. I guess we could call that our interior. Throwing on a couple little lanterns. You can see my other one next to the windshield there. It's kind of a, you know, it's got to be within the reach of the driver, I believe. So that thing's looking pretty great so far. You know, we're kind of inventing a Redline Hot Wheels in today's video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it so far. Make sure you leave a like. Hell yeah. So I'm going to finish doing the assembly and then we're going to do a reveal. Okay, let me get the wheels and stuff on there. Here's our hot stuff, number 13 fire engine. Look at it. It's beautiful. I'm really enjoying all the brass hardware I put on there. The radiator and the little lanterns, they look amazing. Totally set this thing off. I don't know how much I enjoy doing gold leaf anymore. It's getting a little bit frustrating. This was a 2-day project just because my first stencils I made for the gold leaf actually were too small. So I ran out of time for the day and I had to redo it the next day. So I think I'm going to do a little bit more experimenting with painting rather than using the gold leaf on this scale anyways. I would like to do more gold leaf, but we'll just do it on bigger projects. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like to support the channel and I will see you guys in the comments. Take care. See you later.